I am Cookie, and I've got 99 problems, and irritable bowel syndrome is one. I'd say it was sad you're playing alone, but you already know that. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
the CIA Outlet Store. It's a covert shop-operation.
Try to choose the wrong answer, brought to you by our sponsor, to get prizes and cash. Okay, let's light this sucker.
Get ready, time for question. One.
To get things rolling, Toad the Wet Dream Sprocket. What dirty magazine would you most likely see an extremely horny toad reading? A barely legal lizard? A horny toad, sometimes called a horned toad or a horned frog, isn't actually a toad or frog at all. It's a lizard, so it would probably be into lizard porn. But honestly, who hasn't at least glanced at some lizard porn? You know, just out of curiosity at first to see what all the fuss is about, but then after a while you sort of start to see the appeal. Maybe even check out a lizard strip club once or twice. It's nothing to be ashamed of, just a natural part of growing up.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
And on its way, cornering the market on family fun. Suppose Hasbro comes out with an alternate version of the game Monopoly called Oligopoly. How many winners should there be per game? No winners, only one winner, more than one winner, but not too many, or hundreds of thousands. An oligopoly is when a small amount of producers, at least two, control a particular market. So there should be at least two winners at the end of the game. And you know who the loser would be? The consumer. And this has been Cookie Masterson with your unnecessary political comment of the day.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Coming up next, a Mr. T rash. Trash time.
Looking through your trash bag. What's it say about you? What's it say about you? Funky trash.
Okay, so we have some celebrity trash in here for me to go through. What do we got? Lots of ripped up pictures in here. We got half of a picture of Sean Combs, so you can't see who he's standing next to. Half of a picture of Ben Affleck, so you can't see who he's standing next to. And half of a picture of Mark Anthony, so you can't see who he's standing next to. Weird. Whose trash is this? Jennifer Aniston's? If we could find the other halves of these pictures, it's a good bet Lopez would be in them, because Lopez has dated all three of these dudes in the past. This is her trash. There's also half a picture of John Travolta and half a picture of Nicolas Cage. I didn't know J-Lo dated them. Oh, this is an old VHS of the movie Face Off. I didn't know J-Lo liked Face Off. Try this on for size. The eviction of John Arbuckle. Which of these comic strip characters would be able to rent an apartment with a no pets allowed policy? Dilbert, Charlie Brown, Little Orphan Annie, or Calvin? Charlie Brown, Dilbert, and Little Orphan Annie all have pet dogs. The closest thing Calvin has to a pet is his stuffed tiger, Hobbs. And listen to me, all you potentially angry letter writers, a stuffed animal is not a pet. But if I were a landlord, I wouldn't let Calvin be a tenant. If I've learned anything from the back of pickup trucks, it's that Calvin pees on things. With attitude.
5 fingers.
This one's called It's All Staged. And this dis or dat is crying in the jacuzzi room. I'm going to read off 7 titles, and for each one you tell me if it's the name of a work by musical playwright Stephen Sondheim or a reality competition show. If it's Stephen Sondheim, press the left arrow. If it's a reality show, press the right arrow. We good? Here we go. So you think you can dance? Do I hear a waltz? Anyone can whistle. Murder in small town. Getting away with murder. Assassins. Dog eat dog. I had a great time, but I do not have a rose for you. Musicals are a lot like reality television. When I'm watching them, I totally buy it, but then later I'm like, hey, there's no way in real life the Kardashians would just randomly break into song like that. That'll wrap up round one. And you've got a pretty nice score. It's a shame there's nobody here to share it with. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round two. And keep in mind, the wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting for you. Let's move on, shall we? Take a stab at getting Genie with it. Based on his name, who would be most likely to rap about DNA molecules? Wiz Khalifa, T.I., Jay-Z, or 2 Chainz? A DNA molecule is made of 2 polynucleotide chains known as the double helix. 2 Chainz songs have a lot in common with the field of genetics. I have no idea what any of the words mean.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Here's a good one. I can't stop screaming! So, I've got a print of the Edvard Munch painting The Scream, one of the most recognizable paintings in the world, here in the studio. And I can't stop looking at it. I think it's making me a little bit crazy. What's going on with that weird screamer? Besides the blood red sky, what else in the painting The Scream could that dude be screaming about? Those dogs over there are freaking me out! Is this railing I'm standing next to really sturdy? I'm allergic to all... The screaming figure in The Scream is standing on a bridge or maybe a walkway next to some kind of railing. Yeah, I've got to replace this print with something less disturbing. I think I might have a framed picture somewhere of me and my cat's trip to the Grand Canyon. Oh yes, here it is. Still a surprising amount of screaming in this.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here's one for you. Adios, strawberry fields. Which of these could not be a foreign language translation of the Beatles song, Hello, Goodbye? Ciao, ciao, aloha, aloha, konnichiwa, konnichiwa, or salut, salut? Where's that confounded right answer? Ciao, aloha, and salut can all be used to say either hello or goodbye, but the Japanese word konnichiwa is only used as a greeting. But instead of saying goodbye, the Japanese just throw a smoke bomb and disappear before the air clears. Or maybe that's just the ninjas. CIAO, get it? And that means you're going to be getting this alien life form from the CIA outlet store. Make sure to keep them away from bright lights, humid environments, and Dan Aykroyd. Today's wrong answer of the game brings you an extra $8,000. Surprise. Why not try reading Rainbow? Hosting solo can be a lot of work. That's why every once in a while I like to call my good buddy Billy O'Brien to help take some of the pressure off me.
Trasher, you datey, this Jot is a piece of cake.
One's made of skin, one's made of wood, so who's the dummy?
Not me.
So I see you've brought your word-a-day calendar with you today, Billy.
Yes, today's word is prolific.
You mean prolific?
That's what I said, prolific. So tell me this. Considering how many books he wrote, which of these authors was the most prolific? Arthur Lee, Truman Capote, Isaac Asimov, or Ernest Hemingway? You're knee-deep in cold blood.
No, I'll get this.
Isaac Asimov wrote nearly 500 books in his lifetime, making him the most prolific of these authors by far.
So, Billy, learned any other interesting words from your word-a-day calendar?
Yes, anti-disestablishmentarianism.
I'm not going to even try to piece that one together. Say hello to, I want to breathe like Mike. What might Michael Air Jordan be called if his nickname were changed to reflect the composition of dry air on Earth? Michael Mostly Carbon Dioxide Jordan? Michael Mostly Oxygen Jordan? Michael Mostly Nitrogen Jordan? Or The air is made up of about 78% nitrogen. The rest is oxygen, argon, and trace amounts of Scottie Pippen. Brace yourself for... Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. Bite me. What bit them? Good luck. There it is! I got bitten by a snake once. Nothing bad happened afterwards, so I don't think it was poisonous. Although, when I said once, I mean about 2 minutes ago, and also, I don't remember my left hand being twice the size of my right hand. Also, everything's getting really, yeah, I think that was bad chili I ate this morning. Whoa!